So there's somebody that joined our Discord, and this person has been claiming that they got scammed by a VTuber company, and they wanted to share their story. So we were like, sure, make a dump, start a rat dump, put all your info in there, and we'll take a look at it later. And when somebody uses the word scams and all of that, my first thought was like, oh, it's probably a merch scam. Like probably he bought like a lot of merchandise from a VTuber company and then he never received it or something like that, right? Now he starts telling us about his story. He says that for the past 4 months he's been membered to this VTuber from a very small VTuber agency called Hysteria, and he also was his top donator for her Donaton. He has only received a VIP tag, 1 letter, and 1 emote in commission out of the 4 letters and the 5 ASMRs, and another ASMR he's owed from the Donaton. And he says he doesn't worry too much about the minor things he's owed. Now, what's special about his membership that he has to his stream, as you guys know, there's different tiers in memberships. For example, on my YouTube, you can subscribe for as little as $2.99 a month. That's right, $2.99 a month. Subscribe now to get some exclusive perks. And I think the next tier is $5, and maybe the last tier is $10. I've seen $30 tiers, I don't know. But this membership tier, her tier 3 membership cost, you will never guess the price, guys. You guys will never guess the price of her membership. It cost $100 a month, $99.99 a month. I actually have never in my life seen this, and I watch a shit ton of YouTube. So you get a handwritten thank you note, you get a name tag. You put as a sticker with your name on my model and a personalized ASMR voice memo. He's been sub for 3 months. And that VTuber also has a Discord server. Usually VTubers that are in corpos don't have their own VTuber server. They have a corpo server where fans mostly hang out, and they have a little section for their announcement and stuff. But I wouldn't say that they interact very closely with the fans. However, for this company, this VTuber company, it seems to be different, as Hysteria has her own server and, with her own staff, etc. Yeah, it's Patreon members, I totally get it. So we keep asking this guy question because he seems very erratic and very inflammatory with the words he's using, scam and stuff like that. The Donaton happened 4 months ago. He still didn't get some rewards. Could be that she's a little slow on them. I mean, there's still some rewards off of my Donaton that I haven't finished yet. We asked him if he submitted an inquiry to the management team. He says yes. He shows us a picture of the evidence that he has contacted them. We're like, okay, you've probably done the right things. We're like, okay, how much did you spend in total? He says he spent over $1,016. In total, we look at a sheet where they compile all the totals. So it seems like that they merged the totals from his Donaton and his membership, totaling 1,016 USD. This dude starts tweeting anyone else not receiving their membership perks and Donaton rewards from their talents at Specialite EN. Specialite EN is the name of the agency. But after that, he deleted his tweet. In fact, he also showed us in the Discord server, him confronting Hysteria about his rewards. And there was the entire exchange. I skimmed it because I was busy with the other stuff. And then he totally changed his mind, did a 180, deleted everything that he had posted in the Discord server, deleted his tweet. And he explains to us basically that after he confronted Hysteria in her Discord server, she deleted the Discord entirely. The Discord's gone. People in her free chat are asking, anybody got the link to the server? Can add me? Can't seem to find it. Somebody says the server is down. And she says, I will explain in tomorrow's stream. Unfortunately, we weren't able to look at the stream because it was a membership stream. Now, he tells us that she deleted it because I confronted her about the rewards and my treatment as of late. And I also put in the general my tweet explaining how I got scammed. Now, there's one part I remember about the confrontation distinctly, and he said something like, I was the only one who thought that your content was worth $100 a month. I was the only one who's always been there supporting you, etc., etc. It was something like that, you know, like something super parasocial and really heavy. I have a feeling, and this is my theory, but I believe that he was a mod because he's a really big spender in that agency. He got modded. He confronted her. It was really heavy-handed. She probably didn't know how to handle it or spoke to it to management. They don't know how to handle it because he's probably funding the entire agency. Like, do you understand that? Like this agency is very small. Like her CCV is probably around like 50-ish, and he's spending so much on them. They're probably stuck in a place where they're like they don't want to lose their whale. They don't want to upset him too much. And also, he's making all these big claims on social media saying he's getting scammed and stuff. But also, clearly, there's some boundaries he's not respecting. So they decided to nuke the server with $100. No, he spent like thousands of dollars. At least 1,016, he said. On top of that, another thing that we've noted after some investigating is that most of her chat is like all green names. And I don't know if there's a lot of gifting going on or if like memberships are highly insensitized in this company. That's just another thing we noted. So he goes on to say, for the personal rewards, I'm missing the ASMR and the Discord role doesn't exist anymore because it got nuked. I already know the status of the emote. She shared that on Discord as well. Here's the other Donaton sheet she never completed. On this one, she's missing these too. $100 chat pics voice tweet. 150 eat 5 being minuzold and rate best to worst. So he went to YouTube support and he got a refund and he filed a report. And the refund was for his last month, so he got $100 back. So he got $100 back with tax for one of his monthly membership. Because he says he didn't get the rewards. And actually, I wasn't aware of this, but it is true. It's part of YouTube TOS that you have to give out the perks to your membership. Now, we were kind of asking him, why did you delete your messages? So he says he deleted purely from the frustration I've been building my treatment as of late. There has been times I was the only viewer and been ignored for whatever reason. I had gotten jealous because it seemed like I was always footing the bill for others to exclude me in whatever was going on. Like actual streams ending because I'm the only viewer in chat. Pandering to her audience that really didn't do much for her, etc. The list goes on. After this, he does a complete 180. He deletes everything in the Discord server. He deletes a bunch of logs. And then, we do some investigation on his account and his tweets, "Thank you, Specialite Ian, for contacting me and trying to amend the situation. I'm glad to receive such a quick response. I look to further engage through email." And this is after I send him a big message saying dude, clearly they don't want to have you in the community anymore. Something that you did or say made them uncomfortable. I suggest staying a bit away from them for a while, permanently. And I was like, but as long as you follow the rules, you can stay here, but follow the rules. Made sure to say that. But he goes right back. He goes right back to what he was doing after. Leaves the server, doesn't give a shit, goes right back to where he started in the VTubers chat, trying to stay involved with Specialite EN. And he keeps on tweeting about the situation until Hysteria finally banned him and hid him from her channel. Now, it's funny, these tweets, I find them really ironic because he says, thank you for contacting me and trying to amend the situation, which seemed to have appeased him, which is why he didn't want me to talk about this anymore, but I will because I decide what I talk about or not. And then he says, and also because I found other stuff that I will talk about in a while that I thought was pretty shitty. And then he adds, make sure not to attack any of the great talents of Specialite. Their management has been great in remedying the situation. Any further issues, I'll make sure to contact them first. I'd also like to add during this time I was able to join the other Specialite talent stream unbothered. Thank you all for having an understanding of my situation and allowing me to still enjoy the content I love. And I think it's so ironic that he says make sure not to attack any of the great talents of Specialite when we looked around, we haven't seen one negative comment about Specialite. It's you. You're the one attacking them. He's like schizoing out, saying, make sure not to attack them. You know, I'm so great. I'm so kind. Please make sure not to attack. You're the one attacking them. What are you talking about? And this guy has many alt accounts. He's also been clipping them. Like, he's very involved in the company. We're pretty sure this is one of his alt accounts. Probably won't be making any more clips. I really enjoyed the clips I did make, and maybe one day I might reemerge. Until next time, everyone. So I'm pretty sure he's going to go back to this behavior, but on another account. This is probably him. You know, there's like 5 likes on his tweet. It's probably him liking his own tweets on different accounts. Next level Parasocial. Now, I will say that the way the company Specialite EN is structured, I don't know that much about them, but from what I've seen, it does look like they heavily insensitize parasocial relationships. And I mean, this is kind of people that you get when you do that. Not that I agree with what he's doing, not that I think it's okay, but I do feel like the way the company is set up, like their model is a bit predatory in that way. It's kind of like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This is the price, that guy. Right, it doesn't justify it, but it's playing with fire. Exactly. And it seems like a lot of those times, these guys like really push. These girls are like usually really, really nice girls, like really sweet, not very heavy-handed. And I don't know why. I feel like these girls are always pushed by these kind of guys to the edge. Like, because they know they can get away with it. This is just my own personal theory, like I'm doing some armchair psychoanalysis, but I feel like they feel like they can get away with more because these girls are just so nice and they're incapable of telling them no in a very firm way. And now, the reason why I was gonna let this rest, okay? I was gonna let this rest, but then some people in my Discord pointing out that there are a lot of fortune threads popping up that sound a lot like him. You know, it's kind of a odd coincidence. And they've also started contributing to the Raddom with what they're finding. He's been tweeting, massive thanks to Yuta and the other Eves for their kind treatment. There's a lot of things I want to say, but my respect for them outweighs any comments. I'm glad to have people that won't take advantage of me. And now, some people were like, wait, that's odd that, you know, this guy named Joker seems to be really well known in some 4chan threads. And I read the thread, and it's exactly the same words that he's been using. Hysteria, get off the boards. You really lost your biggest fan because of its brain rot. Prepare for a long road of shame. If you're going to listen to VT, none of these anons were at your Donaton, Gorillas, or even Valentine's, but you punished the one guy that was. This was one of the main reasons I stopped baking, because dumb bitches like her come here. You sacrificed it all just to be a thread, darling. You're just another flavor they'll be trying to taste, and once they get bored, it's over. Bro, he's doing the whole nice guy thing. But I was a nice guy. Fuck you. Fuck. I'm proud you cut the guy loose. You won't have to stick through whatever bullshit you have planned next. Claiming boundaries made you uncomfortable. But Anon's here wanting to throat F and... Okay, I can't say that word probably. And C-word in you definitely is the audience you want. Not a soul has the same amount of respect for you here. Yeah, dude. She's doing the nice guy thing. They don't respect you like I do. Yeah, I'm sure she feels that way about you when you're like trying to ruin her reputation across multiple platforms. You're worse than Eliza. My previous post aged greatly about this place ruining people's Oshi stream. As a whale of her genmate, now he's playing, you know, when he's referencing other talents, it's clear that he's trying to make her jealous, like, oh, I'm going into other talent stream. I'm very important. As a whale of her genmate, he asked the bare minimum, while the other talents goes to make sure we're taken care of, or at least explain why things are. Joker, if you're here, I'm sorry it had to be you. Literally talking to himself, pretending he's somebody else. You were valid in your concern, and Hysteria is at fault for not being honest with you. Do a chargeback on all of your Specialite purchases. Honestly, a full schizo Crashout would be valid, but you don't seem like the type. And remember what I told you. Hysteria, you're lucky. I have more respect for him than I have for you because these chat messages you sent are very telling to your actual character. You're walking on eggshells, beach, and the first instance of you messing up, I'm on your ass. Joker will get his justice. In the meantime, congrats on the new Latina Onaho. Make sure you take turns. My final question is, if she viewed her top contributor like this, what makes you think she views any of you different? Don't fall for the obvious grift. She deleted Discord because she was sick of dealing with her fans and opted into a one-sided community post. Reality is gonna kick her ass. Also, forgot who asked. Jojo was a mod for Eliza and cucked everyone for her in her first ASMR. Promptly wasn't modded, and now Eliza damn near treats him like he doesn't exist. Between the Joker and Jojo, he's more sus due to... I can't take this shit seriously. Between the Joker and Jojo, he's more sus due to there never being any confirmed source of why Eliza does this. Also, PL knower. Joker came out of nowhere, Desu. He was Hysteria's biggest fan. Clipper, whale, you name it. It was him. Bro literally made false flagging, pretending he's somebody else to call himself him. Became a mod. And see, this is where we had a feeling that he was a mod. This is how we got the confirmation that he was indeed a mod. Became a mod and got unmodded for mod abuse. So this is probably the reason why, dude, he's leaking his own truth. This is probably the reason why they nuked the server. He was a mod. They were afraid he was gonna fuck with them because of his irrational behavior. Well, he goes on to say, reason for it was because he was fed up of being put on the back end of her priorities. For 4 months, he never received his 100 tier rewards and Donaton rewards. He confronted her about it and she pulled out saying something about quote-unquote boundaries. And he left her alone and went to 4chan and X. And he left her alone and went to 4chan and X. He made one post asking if it was normal and another one came out exposing her, unsure if it was him. It was probably him, let's be real. Dude is trying to play 4D chess with himself. Yes. When I am a narcissist and my competition and my opponent is Joker. This is after... Didn't I told you guys? Didn't we have this debate one day on stream? You know, I'm gonna do a woman moment here and pull out and bring back an argument we had months ago, chat, about how can you guys take anything on 4chan seriously after that? When literally it can be the same person replying to themselves over and over again, creating a false consensus into the thread, okay? He's made another thread. He's made 3 different threads. Joined his channel, $4.99 a month. My VTuber has a $100 member tier. It's been around 6 months and I haven't received any of the outlined perks. I've already expressed discontent with not receiving anything and she hasn't done anything to correct it. What's the next step? Somebody replied, ask her instead about of bitching into the void. Cancel it if you're afraid of confrontation. I think what sucks is that he stopped after the 3rd thread. He needs to ritual post. True. So here, bro, the file is called Scamming Whore. 36 watching now. Membership scammer update. Let this be a lesson to the rest of the 2view grifting whores. Jesus, man, chill out. He says, bitch started typing chat cause she's nervous. Keck. Called it fat whore. She says, my tummy hurts. So I guess this is the, no, this is probably after the server nuke. When was this? Yeah, that was yesterday. That was literally 2 days after he left the Discord. So bitter. Everybody's confused in the thread. They're like, context? And people are making fun of him, which is like the funniest part. It's like somebody's asking context and somebody else is replying, OP got banned from her chat for being R-worded and is now being edgy on 4chan. Everybody else is like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? And there's more threads done by him. I could tell instantly that it was him because he uses so much of the same wording that he's been using. He's made another thread pretending it's not him, saying anyone else not receiving their membership perks of Donaton rewards from your talent, Specialite EN. For the past 4 months, I've been member to Hysteria and also was a top donator to her Donaton. I've received only the VIP tag, 1 letter, and an emote in commission. Out of the 4 letters, 5 ASMRs, and another ASMR I'm owed from the Donaton. I won't worry about all the minor things I'm owed. How generous of you. And then, and the caption to this thread, the title is called The Next Small Corpo Going Down. Isn't that just like, he's just trying to destroy their reputation in any way he can? That one was before he joined our Discord. That one is dated from February 27th. And then another one called My VTuber has a $100 member tier. It's been around 6 months. And I haven't received any of the outlined perks. I've already expressed this content with not receiving anything, and she hasn't done anything to correct it. What's the next step? And we've already seen that one. Somebody told him to contact support. So yeah, and then the other 2 threads I showed you. Legally speaking, the perks are owed to him though. So, however, his behavior is not acceptable. So now he's trying to cancel the agency and her, but he's like walking back and forth between like his hate for her and his like undying love for her. Yeah, TOS are still TOS, and like I said, I do have, you know, my criticism of some of the stuff, the way it's been set up. Of course, you should get your perks. I don't know how she replied to him because I didn't get to fucking read her replies because he deleted it too much. But, you know, if you're really busy, just be communicative and be like, hey, I'm working on, you know, the perks right now. My schedule is more hectic than I thought it would be, but they're gonna be coming or something like that. But it really feels like, I mean, he sees her as a slot machine. He really is. He's like, oh, if I keep putting coins in this, something's gonna come out eventually. Like, if I keep giving her money, she's gonna love me. You know, if I keep giving her money, surely she'll pay attention to me. Yeah, gacha waifu. But that's not how it works. Your first reason for donating to somebody, you can't force that, first of all. First reason for donating to somebody is because you want to support their content, you like what they're doing. And that's what he was claiming he was doing at first. People are like, why the hell did you pay $100 tier, man? And he was just like, I just liked her content. That's valid. However, the behavior that came after wasn't valid. I am sure Specialite is aware of him because he's been banned from the channel. So obviously his behavior went too far. He's probably just going to continue on another alt or direct his anger elsewhere. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.